This video is going to change somebody's life, and that somebody might be you. So if you're a YouTuber and you're going through some of the problems that I'm about to mention in this video, you should definitely stick around to the end. Now, I've been doing YouTube since April 2019. I posted a few videos before that, but April 2019 was when I decided to start posting with intention. That was when I started to realize that I might be able to go somewhere with this. And now, as of October 2021, this is my full-time gig. This is all I do. People always ask me, do you have any other jobs aside from YouTube? How do you make money? YouTube. It's just YouTube, and in the future, my books. But I'm saying that to say that I have experience with this, especially because I've posted way more videos than the average person would have posted in that same amount of time. As of right now, I can't tell you off the top of my head how many videos I have, but I know I have over 500, which is honestly insane to think about, but that just goes to show that I'm very dedicated to this platform. I've put my heart and soul into this platform for a couple of years now. And so I've experienced the highs and the lows. And what I've realized is that I'm not alone in that. When I first started with YouTube and I was struggling to get views, I was ashamed to admit that that was bothering me because I thought that I was being selfish. I thought that nobody else was going through those problems and that all of the bigger YouTubers, they were just grateful to have a platform at all and that I should think the same way. And in an ideal world, that would be true. We'd all just be grateful for the fact that we have platforms, but unfortunately, that's not the way that it works most of the time. And it really doesn't matter how big you are. You see, I think a common misconception, especially amongst smaller YouTubers, and for the sake of this video, we'll define small YouTubers as anyone with 1,000 subscribers or less. Not saying that that's bad, because we were all there at one point. I definitely, for a good portion of those 2 years, had less than 1,000 subscribers. But a lot of people think that when you hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, or you hit that 10,000 subscriber mark, whatever goal you have in mind for yourself, that all of your problems will go away. That you won't feel that emptiness anymore. You won't feel that desire for more views or more subscribers. But I'm here to tell you that if you have that mindset at 200 subscribers, if you're not satisfied with where you are then, you'll never be satisfied. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. Now, it is good to strive for more because at the end of the day, the whole point of YouTube is to grow your platform and create an outreach that exceeds your potential outreach without the platform. So yes, it is our goal to grow the platform. But you have to make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. Not only for the sake of your content and for the people consuming your content, but for the sake of your own peace of mind. The first thing you need to understand about when your views drop, when you hit that slump, is that everyone goes through that. Everyone goes through that. You might look at my videos and see how many views I get, and you get jealous of me. But little do you know that I might be underperforming according to my own standards. It's all relative. Somebody who has 100,000 subscribers and is accustomed to getting 25,000 views per video, if they're getting 15,000 views a video, you might see that from where you are and think that they're killing it. But they're miserable deep down because they've already grown accustomed to having 25,000 views a video. And that's what you guys need to understand. That mindset doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care about how many subscribers you have, how many views you're getting. So that's why we need to curb this issue now. This is not something that you should push off until later. We need to get to this right now because I have multiple friends who do YouTube and almost all of them have come to me for advice on this problem. Now, the first thing that you need to do when your views start to drop is don't take it personal. Do not take it personal. One of the biggest mistakes that I have definitely made on my journey is my views would drop and I think that my content is inadequate. I think of that as an infringement on the quality of my content. When in reality, a lot of those times I was producing some of the best content that I've ever made. Some of the best videos on my channel are the lowest viewed videos. That doesn't mean that those videos are bad. Maybe people are busy. Maybe people don't have time to watch videos. Think about it. If you have a favorite YouTuber, do you watch all of their videos? For some of you, you might have that one YouTuber that you watch every single one of their videos, but for the most part, you're not watching all of their videos. You're not going to watch every video that pops up on your feed because you don't have time for that. And in the same way, especially now that school has started up, people don't have time to watch YouTube all the time. That's why a lot of us are seeing our views drop. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine because those videos are still up there. They're not going anywhere, so people can always come back and watch them. And that's something that you guys need to understand, is that just because a video underperforms now doesn't mean it's not going to perform well in the future. In these past few months, there were a lot of videos that I felt underperformed within the first week or two, but then I come back a few months later after I've forgotten about them and they've overperformed. They've exceeded the expectations that I had for them. Because with time, more people are going to find your channel. And when more people find your channel, if your content is worth watching, then people are going to watch your videos. It doesn't matter if that happens right now. It doesn't matter if that happens 6 months from now or a year from now. At some point or another, if your videos are good enough to reach that level, then you're going to reach that level. It's just a matter of time. But you have to have faith in that. And you have to know, you have to have 100% confidence and certainty that your content is worthwhile. It's worth watching. Now, your calling card may be different from mine. For example, some people, they focus more on the film, the details. They put really well-produced B-roll with color grading and things like that. That's their calling card. Their editing, their filming, their overall production quality. For me, my calling card is impact and connection. I don't strive to make the best videos. I strive to make the most impactful videos. I want to make the videos that are going to change people's lives. The videos that resonate with people. That's what I strive for. And I know that I make that impact. And that's what you have to focus on. You have to place your focus on the impact. Because at the end of the day, as YouTubers, that is our job, is to use our platforms to make an impact. We need to make an impact in whatever way we can. Whether you make self-help videos, whether you make entertainment content, reaction videos, whatever it may be. You're either trying to make someone's day better, if you're an entertainment YouTuber, or you're trying to make someone's life better, if you're a self-improvement YouTuber, or anything else in between. You're here to either educate, entertain, or both. So once you find your identity on YouTube, and that just comes with time, it's time to accept that identity and hold on to that identity. Because that's your calling card. And when people do find you, when you do have that one video that does well, which it may already be on your channel right now. Like I said, just because a video underperforms now doesn't mean it's going to underperform in the future. Once you have that video out, then people are just going to start binge watching your videos. They're going to get recommended to more people. They're going to do the same thing. And that cycle will go on and on and on. It's like a snowball effect. The more you grow on YouTube, the more you grow on YouTube. It's exponential. So you have to control what you can control, which is your perception. When that video is out, when that video is published, you can't do anything to change the views. Yes, you can change the title, the thumbnail, you can add keywords into the description, and I'm gonna get into all of that in a second, but honestly, once the video is out, it's best to just leave it alone and go on to the next one. Unless you're not posting very often. If you post once a week, then yeah, it might be to your benefit to go ahead and change the formatting of that video if it's underperforming, especially if you have bills to pay. But if you know you post frequently, then just let it go. Let that video go. And just keep posting. Keep moving forward, as Ice Cold JT would say. Keep moving forward because you can't do anything else. Once that video is out, what good are you doing by constantly monitoring it and trying to see whether or not it's underperforming? I promise you, that one video that you think is underperforming, it's way less significant than you think it is in the grand scheme of your life. I guarantee you that. It's all about changing your perception. You have to change your perception of what you're seeing. You're looking at the views that you're not getting as opposed to the views that you are getting. You're looking at the glass as being half empty instead of half full. It's a pessimistic mindset to have. And like I said, in an ideal world, we wouldn't have that mindset, but we're not perfect. We're all human at the end of the day. So we have to learn to transcend that by changing our perception. And a great way to do that is by seeking therapy. And that brings me to BetterHelp, the sponsor of today's video. Now you're watching this video because you are dealing with mental health issues related to YouTube. Maybe you're in the lack mindset, maybe you have anxiety, maybe you feel depressed even because your views are dropping. Maybe you're not growing at the rate that you once were. Maybe your channel is actually declining. Maybe you're losing subscribers. I've been there and I know exactly how you feel. I felt all of those different things. And what I've learned is that a lot of times, These things can be very isolating, and we should start looking to professionals for help on these matters. I think that it's one of the best possible investments that a YouTuber can make in themselves is to seek therapy. Because if you really think about it, as YouTubers, most of us are average people. We're just your common, everyday, normal person that you'll see walking down the street. But now we've been thrust into the spotlight, and a lot of people aren't ready for that. They're not ready for what comes with that, especially the younger people, which I know a lot of you watching this are probably young. So it would definitely be to your benefit to start seeking that external help. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist with whom you can get into contact within 2 days or 48 hours. It's not a crisis line, it's not self-help, it's professional counseling done securely online. It's all confidential. There's a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 15,000 plus counselor network, a lot of which may not be locally available in many areas. The service is available to clients worldwide, and you can log into your account at any time and message your counselor. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses, and you get to schedule a weekly phone or video call with your counselor. So you don't ever have to worry about waiting in an uncomfortable waiting room as you would in traditional therapy settings because it's all online. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it free and easy to change counselors whenever you see fit. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. You have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in your mental health because you are the central focus of your brand. If you're not in the right headspace, your brand will suffer from that. I'm not saying that to create more resistance and anxiety within you. I'm saying that to bring awareness to your life, to shine that light on those shadows that you're avoiding. It's time to do that inner work and get yourself in a space where you can truly create from a place of having an optimistic mindset as opposed to a pessimistic mindset. Creating for the sake of creating, not for the sake of the results. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. So visit BetterHelp, that's betterhelp.com/Jordan Green, and join the over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health today. Now, in addition to seeking therapy, which is something that I myself have been considering as of late, you need to learn to shift your focus from the results to the process. You have to learn to fall in love with the creative process. If you do that, you can live with the results because you have so much fun and you find so much pleasure and enjoyment and fulfillment in the process of creating content that you don't care about how many views you get. You don't care about how many subscribers you get. I've long ago left my subscriber goals. I don't care about that. YouTube is a place where I can express myself and be free and live life on my own terms and share that with the world and inspire other people to do the same. And that's why I'm in this game. At the end of the day, views are what they are. Some videos are going to get views, some won't. Some will blow up immediately, some will blow up years from now. That doesn't matter. What matters is that I'm enjoying myself. What matters is that you're enjoying yourself. The times where my channel was growing the fastest, I was actually the most miserable. I was actually the most miserable behind the scenes because I was so caught up, so attached to the outcome that I forgot to enjoy the process. Now, as much as that process is creative and free, there's also the aspect of presenting your content in a way that favors the algorithm. Now, I'm not here to tell you to create your content solely based on the algorithm. You should create the content that you want to create, but you should present it in a way that is favorable to the algorithm. Not even to the algorithm, favorable to people, and then the algorithm will naturally follow suit. You have to understand that the algorithm follows the people follow the content. If you're following the algorithm, you're basically chasing your own tail and you'll never catch it. Instead, make your channel, make every video a landing page for people to feel understood, to feel appreciated, to feel positivity. And I promise you, the algorithm will follow that. But the best way to get people to come to your channel is to use searchable titles. You can use TubeBuddy, for example. I'll have a link in the description to that as well. Make sure that your thumbnails are on point. Make sure that you're doing research as far as your titles and your thumbnails and just making sure that everything is optimized for the people, not for the algorithm. The algorithm will follow that, and that's how you end up setting trends as opposed to following them. Another thing that you need to do in order to stop focusing so much on your views is to stop looking at your analytics. Now, this is going to be very difficult for a lot of you. A lot of you are addicted. And I know I myself, I was addicted. It took me a long time to stop looking at my analytics obsessively. But what you have to understand is that looking at your analytics is not going to change them. If you see those gray arrows, that's not going to turn them green. All you're doing is messing up your own mental health. You're messing up your mindset going into your next video. Now you're out of flow. Now you've lost your confidence. You've lost your swagger, and people can pick up on that. Now they don't want to watch your content because they feel like you don't have that same level of energy and enthusiasm as you once had. And that means that you get less views, and now you're in that cycle. Like I said, chasing your tail. So do yourself a favor and delete the YouTube Studio app. Get rid of it. Get it off your phone. Get it off your iPad. Get it off of all of those. Stop looking at it on your computer. There's no reason to ever look at that. You don't need to look at that. Just create from the heart, optimize your presentation, and let the people come to you in due time, in divine timing.